Namaskar. Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome to the practice of the blue resonant monkey. Establish Jnana Mudra, thumb and index finger together, palms face up, as a sign of knowledge and wisdom of the spiritual path. Lift and open the heart, turn gaze within, connecting to the breath, to the inner space. Sekachari Mudra, to elevate mind and energy. Tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth and then slide it back to make a connection from the underside of the tongue to the soft palate. Keeping the tongue lightly pressing up. Take a full deep breath in, drawing energy up the back body, from the base of the spine, all the way up to the crown of the head. And then ladder breath on the descent. Release 1/3 of the breath and pause. 2/3 and pause. Full rest of the way with complete inhales. Keep the loma going for the next minute, drawing energy up the back body with full deep in-breaths while releasing energy down the front body, pausing intermittently with the out-breath. Next exhale, release the tongue. Take a full deep breath in. Hold it in, Jalandhara, throat lock, chin to the chest, lifting chest to the chin. Hold it in for a count of 20. Anjali. Set an intention to use the energy that you built to the practice to transcend Maya, the illusion, that which wants to separate you from your truth or from the energies of your higher self. And you use the energies from the practice to connect to the Leela, the divine play, the sport of God. Let's unite our hearts and invoke blessings. 3 Oms, 1 Purna mantra. Take a full deep breath in. Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The presence of the one divine spirit that dwells within, we bow. butterflies. Monkeys. Keep it serious. Being playful. Asana. Firmly rooting, getting established for the practice. Draw into the center, engaging inner thighs. Belly in, Uddiyana. Scoop tailbone, holding Mula Bandha, root lock. Lift up out of the hips, shoulders up, lengthening side bodies. Curl shoulders back, lifting hard up, slide jawbone back, activate Ujjayi breath. Breathe from the back of the throat with more focus. Deep breath in. Exhale, root down to the legs, releasing hands. Inhale, stretch up. So bring the freedom in the moment. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lengthen and curl, reaching through crown of the head. Exhale, step back, plank pose, hold plank. Take hands a little wider so index finger leads the way. Creases the wrist parallel with the front edge of the mat if your hands are flat. Activate Hasta Bandha. Press down through fingertips, pull them back, creating a suction cup with the palm of the hand. And then in slow motion, lower down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, rise up for a Bhujangasana. Curl shoulders back. Pull hands back. Take gaze up. A few deep breaths, breathing into the back body. Extending energy forward through the heart. And then lower down, push back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice cobra. First dog of the Resonant Monkey Day. Stretch it out. You can bend one knee at a time. Lengthen through calf muscles. Deepen the victorious breath. Glottis muscles tone to the back of the throat to narrow air passageway. Bring more depth and resonance to the breath. Take right leg up to the ceiling. Bend the knee and twist. Stretch out side body. Put more weight to the left hand or elevate the hand in the ridge top or fingertips so upper back stays level as you twist from lower body. And then switch legs. Left leg up and over. Put more weight to the right hand so right arm, right shoulder stays lifting or elevate the wrist. And then back to down dog. Lean forward into plank. Feel free to work ridge top, fingertip, or fist. Exhale, take the vinyasa. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Energy, the resonant monkey is guided by the power of the blue hand. Exhale, flew back. Or blue knight, excuse me. Abundance, Shri, linking the physical to the spiritual. Take a few deep breaths there. Pushing thigh bones back, hips back. As you extend energy from the tops of the shoulders out through hands. Bend knees, gaze up, step or jump. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Squeeze legs together, root down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Samastitihi, pausing at the chakras. Turn back within, connecting to the breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, root down, release hands. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lengthen and curl. Exhale, step or jump. Take a vinyasa. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Pausing at the peak as you curl, angling tops of the shoulders back. Exhale, flow back. Right foot up, Vinarasana 2. Right foot to the front of the mat, point foot out to the right. Take your hands forward in front of you. Elevate wrists and ridge top or fingertips, and bend elbows up. Squeezing shoulder blades on the back, slowly sink into it, taking chest down. And step back, vinyasa. Exhale, descend. Inhale, ascend. Second side, left foot up. Point foot out to the left. Take hands forward. And elbows up. Shoulder blades flat on the back. Step back, flow through. Letting breath lead the way. Exhale down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, flow back. A few deep breaths.
Take your feet an inch or two back, create more length. Let your heels hover off your mat a little bit so you can power up your legs. Push your thighs back. Keep arms and shoulders lifting away from the mat. Outer rotating as you extend energy out through the hands. Bend knees, gaze up, step or jump. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Pushing thigh bones back and apart, and then squeeze into the center. Root down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, samasthiti, pausing, connecting to the breath, turning within, connecting to the inner reality, that which matters most. Deep breath in. Exhale, root down. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lengthen and curl. Exhale, step or jump. Take a vinyasa. Break it up, Parsvakonasana. Break it up, back foot flat. Belly in, scoop tailbone. Push off the back leg. Let's pose. Build strength in the back leg. Keeping left inner thigh engaged by pushing down to the big toe. Pinky toe. Keeping the foot active. Take left arm behind the back. You can hold it here or push down. Lift and reach, right arm straight ahead. Hand in Jnana Mudra. Thumb and index finger together. It's a symbol of linking the individual with the universal, the finite with the infinite. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Step back. Take a vinyasa. Second side. Left foot up. Back foot flat. Heels aligned. Squeezing inner thighs together. And then push thigh bones apart. Deep and twist. Power up back leg. Like somebody was trying to pull your leg away from you. Push down more through the foot. Clamping down. Keeping back leg super strong. Knee centered over the ankle. Top arm behind the back. Push down, lift and reach for half warrior side angle pose. Strengthen core more. Widen your lower back into your forearm, widening your kidneys back. Strengthen core. Strengthen breath. And in Jnana Mudra. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Step back. Take a vinyasa. Connecting to the Lila in Maya, in the illusion, in the city of Miami, is a paradox, just like the practice of doing solar, lunar yoga, the ha and the ta. We work on bringing the sacred into the profane, the descent of the Shri, the spiritual energy, by Om, by cultivating the sacred. Right leg lifts behind you. Lean forward in a plank. Push your head up. Index knuckles down. Exhale halfway down. Trianga. Push back strong. Right foot up. Virabhadra. Belly in. Scoop tailbone. Take arms overhead. Channel energy with the breath. Inhale, root down to the feet. Scissor thighs together. Exhale, push thigh bones apart. Root through back leg. Push through the back heels. You bend right knee deep. Hips forward and down. Hold it. A few more strong breaths. Channeling energy with the breath. Inhales more Ram energy. It's the masculine contraction. Exhales the Sita, the feminine expansion. Exhale, release. Step back. Take a vinyasa. It's the energy of Hanuman, the blue monkey, the champion of the higher self that unites Ram and Sita, the Ha and the Ta, masculine, feminine, God and goddess energies. Left leg lifts. Lean forward into plank. Push head up. Halfway down. Push back strong, left foot up, Virabhadra. Take it overhead. Hold the engagement in the lower body. Keep your core strong, belly in. Keep tailbone scooping. Push through back heel. If you're pushing into a wall or into a block, then left knee deep. A few more strong breaths. One more. Exhale, release. Step back, plank. Vinyasa. Keeping right foot off the floor. Bring your right knee up to the outer edge of your right arm. Keep left elbow wide, halfway down, keeping your head pushing up. Push back strong, Matsuyasana on the right, rocking onto the outer edge of your right foot. You can come onto your forearm if you want to take pressure off the wrist or take your hand more forward. You can elevate the hand in the ridge top. If you're going further, left foot up into tree. Or reach for the big toe, bring the knee towards the chest. And then extend the leg up. It's optional. The outer form's the Maya, it's the illusion. It's the inner form that matters most. The alignment with mind, breath, and spirit in the present moment, giving it your best. Step it back in the wild thing, Kamakara, shine it out in full celebration because you're doing yoga asana. Take a vinyasa, flow through mindfully. Second side, left knee up, outer edge of left arm. Lean forward in a plank. Halfway down, Trianga. Push back strong. Left foot up. Pivot onto the outer edge of left foot. Rocking on the left hand. And then bring right foot up. Or hook big toe. We're done. Pushing down to the left big toe. Creating more stability so you can arch more. And then step it back. Wild thing. Kamakara. Going hips down, then scoop tailbone high, take a Vinny, flow through. Down dog, turbo dog, jump into Bakasana or jump to squatting, Malasana, and then set yourself up for crow pose. Taking knees wide, lean forward, hold it, 7 breaths for the resonant tone. Getting inspired in spirit so that you can stay connected to the Leela, the play when everyone around you is going bananas. Kick back, take a vinyasa. Right foot up and pause. Both hands to the top of the thigh. Right to the breath. Energy of the resonant monkey is guided by abundance, by the energy of Shri, the grace of Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance, our Lakshaya, our goals, that which we focus on. Down into the heart. Channel energy up the legs, squeezing legs together. Cross right wrist on top. Your arms in front of you. Right wrist on top. Bring your right wrist on top. There you go. The other one. This is your right. That. And then squeeze in. Take arms overhead. It's okay. Squeeze arms in. Then push your head back into the tops of the arms. Push through back heel. Fold it. Back leg squeezing in, creating more stability. Use the strength of the head, pushing back. Curl more in upper back. Keep arms squeezing in tight. Take it into side warrior. Back foot flat. Lean over back leg. Using the bottom arm to pull top arm down. And then bow forward. Go for the clasp. Right arm under. Left arm behind the back. Bada Parsva. Cone. Asana.
Adjustment.
Yeah. Bend your right knee deep. Just send it over your ankle more. You can move your left foot ankle. And release. Both hands down. Work in arm balance. Ekapada Kundanyasana 2 if it's available, or Visama. Both hands down or left forearm down. Right foot slides out to the right. Left foot hops across to take it up. Or you can hook your left elbow in if you need extra support. And then float, step, jump back. Second side. Left foot up and pause. Both hands to the top of the thigh. Connecting. Embrace the Leela. It's all sport. Draw in, squeeze legs together strong. Cross left wrist on top. Palms behind the ears, squeeze in. Push head back. Curl on upper back. Squeeze right leg in. Push through back heel. Head pushes back strong. And then back foot flat. Ardha Vira. Left knee bending deep, leaning to the left. One top arm down. Stretch out side body. And then take it forward. Left arm under. Right arm behind the back. Clasping fingers. Use your towel or your strip if it's not available. Get deep. Choke up. Grab wrist. Om Ekapada Kundinasana 2. Wide leg stance. Ardha 1. Hands for support, a wrap and clasp. Keep left heel pushing down. Keep left knee micro bent, thigh engaged. Facing head towards the floor. Shift to the left. Ardha 2, shift to the right, left leg behind you. Grab outer edge of the foot. Left elbow bent up, upper back engaged, shoulder blades flat on the back, chest lifting, hip lifting. Shift to the opposite side. Back engaged, head pushing up, heart descending. And then back to center, go wide, go deep. Angle toes in, heels out. And walk hands back. Forehead to the floor, forearms to the floor, chin to the floor if you're in deep, clasping hands underneath you for E position. Monkey frog, Asana. Come onto the knees, slide ankles in, lean forward, arch, tilt the top of the pelvis down, and then push down to the knees and the ankles. Belly in, scoop tailbone, and then push your hips back. You can do that again, lean forward, arch more. Actually, just down the center forms and do it, just for our viewers at home that aren't as open as you. Lean forward, you can stay on forms, top of the pelvis tilts down, and then push down to the knees and ankles, belly in, scoop tailbone, inner thighs engage, and then belly in, hold the core, keep your feet a little wider. Your core strong, pushing back. Hold it here. If you want to go further, then lift up like in Cobra Pose. Bring hands forward underneath the shoulders. Hold the arch. Sink into it. Child's Pose. Escape.
Asana.
Puppy pose. You take knees wide, mat width apart, and then slide forward onto the chin and chest. When you're ready, back to child's pose. And let's slide our mats to the wall and get upside down.
Wait, this one is white and this one.
Just slide your blue mat straight to the wall. And there we go. We got it. Alright, first one. Let's get into the fun. Measure one leg's distance away from the wall, and then take your hands to where your standing foot is, and we'll work on doing handstand splits. One leg to the wall. One leg reaches away towards the center of the room. That's right. And then both hands down to where your standing foot is. You can come back a little bit. So it can be back all the way to where your heel was. Yeah. The wall's not going to go anywhere. All right, you can test it out first and then get into the fear a little bit on round two. Take it up. When you take it up, the ball of the foot will come to the wall, but bring your heel to the wall and push your heel into the wall and the ball of the foot to the wall so the top leg inner rotates, the leg that's on the wall, and then reach out to the opposite leg. So you're pushing out through both heels evenly, and that generates more muscle energy, and then switch. Ball of the foot to the wall, heel to the wall. That helps to hold the inner rotation and the leg that's reaching to the wall so the outer leg can expand and outer rotate, pulling back in towards the hip.
Should we be looking down or?
You can be, that's a good question. You can look towards the foot that's extending away from you, or you can look straight down between the hands. Yeah, but you don't want to look too far up, because then you'll arch too much. That's it. Nice, Kurt. Nice distancing, everybody. Looking good, looking good. That's it. Use that heel. Push out to the opposite heel. The foot on the wall is Ram. The leg extending away is Sita. It's your willpower, your soul power, the energy of Hanuman, the spiritual warrior that unites the two energies.
Nice.
Nice. Now let's work on pressing up from standing split. Yay. So you can snag a block and then placing the block on the mat. We'll take hands about 5 or 6 inches away from the wall, and then you're going to have one foot on the block, one leg's going to reach up. Work on holding standing split for 5 breaths, leaning forward, powering up the top leg, pushing up to the top heel like you're pushing up into the ceiling or into the wall. And it's the power of the top leg pushing up, which slowly brings the bottom leg up. And then push that heel into the wall and bring the opposite leg down. Say pushing up to the top heel to hold inner rotation in the top leg. The leg that is coming away, outer rotates, pulls back in towards the hip. So the toes turn out, heel turns in slightly.
Wait, this one is turning out?
When you're coming down, the leg that's coming down, outer rotates. Top leg is inner rotating. It wants to outer rotate, but you push up to the mount of the big toe to create more inner rotation so that you can get the leg higher. The higher the leg gets, the easier it is to get the hips over shoulders, and then you just magically float up into handstand. If that didn't happen, then of course you can give yourself a light hop or a kick.
And I was feeling like not getting enough lift, like my arms are too short, which I don't know after that feeling. Is that engaging through the belly? Is it where are we?
Let me see you do it. You're also on a mini block. You're not quite as high, so you're gonna have to lift up a little bit higher. But it shouldn't count for you anyway.
It's not gonna.
Yeah. So outer, stack your hips more. Lift your left hip up more. No, that's it, like that. Now push up to the big toe. Now keep leaning forward. Push your head up into the wall. There it is. Keep going. It's there. That's it. Push it to the top foot. Push up to the top foot. Ah! There it is.
That's amazing.
So you're holding the hip was saying inner rotating with the leg. You got to outer rotate the hip to allow the leg to lift up higher, and then create the energy of it inner rotating to lift up.
So the leg extend the leg
Yeah.
and drop.
If you bring too much inner spiral to the leg and to the hip, then it prevents you from lift off.
What you said?
If you bring too much inner spiral to the lifting leg, then it will prevent you from being able to lift up.
Do they have to be half and half?
Yeah, you gotta. And this one it's the opposite, paradoxical because you're upside down. The external rotation would come first, and then the inner rotation. Whereas if you're upright this way, your inner rotation comes first, and then your outer rotation. So that's another paradox for you to think about for the rest of your life.
What's happening to me?
There it is! Kurt just floated up! Oh my god! Ah! And then we all started watching, and he came down. Ah! Even Karina did better. There it is. Boom. It's contagious. It's going around. All right, when you're ready. So you can even use your. There it is.
Hip guidance he gave was like amazing. Instead of letting my hip drop.
Turning up.
Okay, forearm stand, Pigeon Asana. Use the block. Lift your elbows up, bring them in a little bit so the belly of your forearm traps in, so your forearms don't go wider than your shoulders. Shoulders towards the ears, lengthen first, side body's long. Curl in the upper back, heart descends, shoulder blades flat on the back, and then lift your knees, walk your feet in, and lightly hop or kick up into radiant peacock tail feather pose. It's radiant by pushing up to the big toes, pinky toes flex wide, and then you create an inch between your heels so the thighs can inner rotate, and then you work on core. Belly in, squeeze rib cage in. Perfect. Hold it. Cloudy, more space between your heels. Big toes together. That's it. Very good, very good. All right, one arm, forearm, one arm tripod.
We have a towel.
Absolutely. So we're going to have one forearm down, one hand's going to come right across, line with the elbow.
From the bathroom is let us know.
This side.
Hands right across from the elbow that's down. Same thing, curl in the upper back first. Heart descends, shoulder blades flat on the back, and then you lift your knees. Step it in. The elbow that's up is the leg that lifts, and then you take a light hop. And then work on squeezing knees together, inner thighs together, same thing. Space between the heels, big toes together. Very nice. Very good. Rest, and then when you're ready, you can switch arms. Elbow that's up is the leg that lifts, kicking up with the opposite foot. Hook So your left hand's a little high. You have it left, your other left hand. Slide it back an inch or two. There you go. And start to finish it up. And then let's slide the mats back. Twisting thigh stretch. Put it up, left knee down. Reach back to the outer edge of the foot, kick back into the hand, fire thigh. And then work on pulling it in. If you're in deep, you can come onto the forearm. Don't overarch your lower back. Keep your core strong. So the navel stays drawing in, rib cage stays squeezing in. Left thigh is lifting up away from the floor as you pull your heel in. And then release, Ekapadapasthasana 2. Reach your right arm across the front of the shin, placing hand beside the outer edge of the foot. Push your right knee forward, back foot flat, left hand to the hip, or left hand reaches to the ceiling. Hold it there. Do deep, victorious breaths. And then from here, you can transition into Ekapadapasthasana 2, hopping your left foot up and over, extending left foot to the front of the room, like in Firefly. So there you go. So your right foot kicks forward between your hands for stability. Your left leg squeezes in across the midline to lift up. There it is. Hold it here. And then if you want to play around, right leg extends back into Kundanyasana 2. You can do it physically or mentally.
I'm there mentally.
Yeah, Mana Shakti, Prana Shakti. And then switch sides. Left foot up, right knee down. Left hand back. The tendency of the mind is to get trapped by Maya, which means to measure by judging, comparing, competing, discriminating. If you're going further, come onto the forearm. So that we can categorize, label things, and place them into order. So the ego, Maya, does have a purpose, but we can't get trapped into it, thinking that that is ultimate reality or it is the highest expression of truth. And then release. Take it to your edge, reaching left arm around, placing left hand down to the outer edge of the foot, back foot flat, right arm up. The sport is not to get trapped into Maya, but to give it your best effort, your best energy, putting the best of yourself forward. When you're ready, right hand down, hop, skip, jump, the foot up. Wiggle it across towards the center between the hands. Left foot kicks forward between the hands. Right leg squeezes in across the midline. And then Kundanya 2, Chaturanga, Vinyasa, Child's Pose. Om Ekapadaraja, Kapotasana, Pigeon Pose. Right knee wide, left leg slides in and back. Both hands back, lift and curl. Drag it straight. The back foot, you can work another quad stretch. You can trap it for mermaid. You can strap it and take it overhead for full king pigeon. ready, slowly release. Stack the fists up or bend elbows up. Hold it. Stay with the breath. Turn back within. Connecting to your inherent intrinsic unity in the moment. Building energy. Transcend the illusion so that we can build abundance by cultivating our goals, aspirations, bringing them into manifestation. Think of vinyasa. Mandatory. Second side. Yep. Right leg slides in. Walk hands back. Lift and curl. Square it off, pushing down to the knees, lifting hips up. Don't think that your hips have to be down and you have to trap your back foot like other people in Yoga Journal or wherever on Instagram.
Yoga Journal.
That's right. Right, you can bow forward. Doesn't matter how far you go. Practice builds union, strengthens our experience of union. We hook up, we link up, we yoke, we connect to yoga so that we can build boga, the experience of material or sensual enjoyment. So the practice of yoga doesn't mean that you have to deny yourself the experience of pleasure. It means that you can experience pleasure because you practice yoga. And that helps us stay connected to the lila without getting trapped in the maya, the illusion. Because it's all one big game. And once you realize it's a game, then you start to wonder, well, what role am I playing? What character am I playing in the game? Step back, do vinyasa. If you're out for survival, if you bring fear into others, then you're a root chakra player. Ustrasana, camel pose. Come to kneeling. Knees hip distance apart. Hands to the hips first, and then bow to the heart. Hips back and apart. Belly in, scoop tailbone. Lift and curl. Side body is long, palms to heels. Jawbone slides back. Keep front and back of the neck engaged. You can look straight ahead or straight up. But don't just drop your head back and compress your neck. If you're out for just sensual enjoyment, for wine, women, entertainment. Sorry, there's other girls here. Out for guys too. Rest back, Supta Virasana. Rest all the way back, or you can sit on your heels, your blocks. That's second chakra. If you're just full on out for sensual enjoyment. If you're out for empowerment, for power over others, or if you inspire others to get empowered, solar plexus chakra. Where we find the balance between being confident and overconfident, or being self-conceited. If you bring happiness and joy to others, inspiring them to live life fully in celebration, that's heart chakra. Back up, take a vinyasa. Peacock Pose, Matsuyasana. You can do this one with hands flat to the side, wrist up. You can use a block. Start off crunching up, taking your head to the floor. And then extend your knees back. Lift your head up. Push forward off your toes. Lift one leg up. You can hold it there for 5 breaths. And then lift the other leg up. Or maybe both legs up. Nice. And then come to sitting for Asana, Heron Pose.
Like this?
You can have your left leg straight or your left leg back in Ardha Vira. If you tilt off to the right, support the outer edge of your hip with a towel or a prop or a triangle. What is this? You wedge in something on the outer edge of your hip so that your hip stays level. The right thigh turns in. The thigh turns out. It'll disengage your hamstring, and you're more likely to pull your hamstring in this position. So you want the thigh inner rotating, and then kick your leg away so the thigh pushes back away and aligns onto the hamstrings, and then pull the leg down into the hip socket. Lift your heart up, and then bring the leg closer. If you're in deep, clasp the left wrist. So the right hand crossing over grabs the left wrist, and then the hand strikes Gyana Mudra to link Om to the Shri. Stay in remembrance that you are connected to the universal, to the infinite, to the principle of Sat Chit Ananda. Take it into a twist, left hand across, right hand behind the back for Parvrita, Krancha. Sat, the highest reality, Chit, mind, intelligence, Ananda, bliss. Inhale, untwist. Bring the leg open over the arm and shoulder. Work on bringing foot to the head or behind the head. The highest experience of reality. Everything pulsates in awareness and bliss. Push your head up. You can hold it, hands in prayer position. Hold it there. If it's available, Skanda, you can take a forward fold, taking a brief forward fold for the foot. And if you can keep it behind the head, lift for Asana, hands to the floor. Push your head up strong, and then lift for the arm bounce. And an optional Ashtavakrasana, 8 limbs crooked sage pose, vinyasa, and then we'll switch sides. Left shoulder up, heart descends, palate releases, creases of the mouth lift, and then switch. Yes, you can. Support outer edge of the left hip. Bring your right foot back, not necessary. Again, you're going to get all the same benefits, no matter where you go in the pose. Taking left leg up, resisting, kicking away, firing thigh. So be smart. If you feel anything in the knee or the ankle, just slide the foot out. No dukkha, no pain or suffering in asana. Take it into the twist. Did you bring it closer? No. Bring it closer. When you're ready, twist. Work it over down. When you're ready, twist or untwist wherever you are. It's all good. Mercury's still in retrograde, I think.
No.
No? I'm still in retrograde.
6 months ago.
Something's in retrograde somewhere, man.
Yes. Another.
Go for it. Bring your foot to your head, behind your head. And then optional
Put it up.
Skandasana if it's available. You can work the forward fold.
Okay.
Just get a little bit higher. Place your hands here. Sit down there. Push down, now lift. And then 8 left crooked sage pose. Ashtavakra. Right shoulder stays lifting. Heart's descending.
Wow.
Wow.
Mhm.
Upavishta Konasana.
Okay, if we didn't do that pose maybe in 10 years. Yeah.
On your side, seated wide angle. Clear sitting bones. Clear hamstrings. Pull toes back, squeeze leg muscles in, pushing thigh bones down, arch your lower back up and in, and then slowly begin to drop it. Power twist over the right leg, over the left hand. Inhale up, switch sides. Inhale up, go a little wider, a little deeper. Move forward one more time. And then when you're ready, back up. You can take a vinyasa or just come onto your back and rock around a little side to side.
Right.
It's out of alignment. Here we go, single leg lifts. You're going to have both feet across the floor first. Hands behind the head. You're going to push down to your left heel, flex your foot back towards your face, and then lift your right leg up. Lift your head, chest, and shoulders up with the hands behind the head. Lift up and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. We're going to do 7 on each leg. Push down to your right heel. Keep the foot flexed. Right leg stays inner rotating. Left leg up. Slowly bring it in. Keep the leg straight and strong. Don't let it bend. Hold it for 5 seconds and then switch. Keep it going with your breath. When you lift up, push your lower mid back into the floor. Keep it going. Staying focused on the stabilizing leg. Don't let the foot turn out to the side. Keep pushing out through the mound of the big toe. Keeping pinky toe flex back towards the face. When you're finished, Lunge, Asana, feet down underneath the knees. Lift hips up, walk shoulder blades in, to the clasp. Head pushing back, chin lifting away from the chest. Lift the chest high. Rest down. Hands overhead for Urdhva. You can use the triangles.
Where?
Grab it just like that. Hands up. Just good. Hips up, chest up, top of the head. You can have hands on blocks. You need to protect your wrists so you can get more height to open shoulders. Arms and shoulders back, chest curls forward, and then when you're ready, go all the way up. Squeeze inner thighs together, inner knees together, and then extend your chest forward in front of your arms. You can pump it a little, pushing off your feet, pumping chest forward. And then when you're ready, chin to the chest, resting down. Feel good? Back up from the floor. Yeah. Hips up, chest up, take it up. Do some back bend push-ups, do at least 7. Taking head towards the floor. And extend your chest forward. And then when you're ready, rest. Boom. You gotta do a drop back. You're not there yet. Blankets. Did you hear her? Drop backs! Roll over. Come to standing. You can use the wall. Walking down the wall. If you've got a partner, use your partner. Or use a felt around the door. It's okay. I got you. Just use one. 1, or you can do 7. You can start wider. There you go. Yeah. Feet hip distance apart, or you can go wider, angling toes in, heels out. Midline first, squeezing into the center, belly in, tailbone, and then hips move forward. You keep moving forward, and then you bend your knees. When you can see your mat, then you reach with your hands. 3, 2, squeeze in, and 1. When you're finished with your drop back or drop backs. Want to do more?
Do you want me more?
I don't want more.
Okay.
I want what's best for you.
No, to the end.
Hanuman. Oh,
Ay, Dios
yeah.
Ay, Dios mío. Let me remember. I'm
3.5 times each side. Hanumanasana.
I'm my grandmother. You know that?
Choice between Hanuman and dropbacks. The dropbacks don't sound so bad.
Nice, Chael. Hanuman, when you start off, you're going to bend both knees and you're going to snap in. So you fire your back leg first, the quads engage, your hip flexor engages, your right heel pushes down and pulls back so your hamstrings engage. And then after 6 seconds of turning up the intensity volume, lift your hips and push out. If you need height, you can bring your hands back and bring hands on top of triangles or on tops of blocks. If your hips are down, you don't need props. You can place them to the side. Hold the arch. Keeping top of the pelvis forward. The more arch you can create in the lower back, the more it'll tilt your pelvis forward. It'll inter-rotate the forward thigh.
You want to
Switch. Yep. When you're ready, after 5 or 10 breaths in there, switch sides. PNF technique first. Snapping into the center. Strong, firing quads, hip flexors, hamstrings, turning up the intensity volume. And then after 6 seconds, we release, we disengage, we push leg bones apart, and then we arch again. Creating strength in both feet. Back foot pushes down, pinky toes pushing down, forward foot flexed and pulling back. And then switch again. Switch again.
I feel a little bit of
There's me.
here.
20,
Maybe don't go so deep.
2 or 3.
3. Your last one, the 0.5, can be working the back leg in a quad stretch. You can work towards mermaid 4 or strap it for full king pigeon 4 if you're all the way down. Reach for the back foot.
It's a cara cloudy. It's in my second.
No, you've done this twice.
Your
already.
face gives you
This is your
away.
third one. Oh, no, that's right. You're ready to switch. Right there. That was the 4. So even if you're not, you can keep the hips up and still work the quad stretch, and that can be better because it doesn't create as much disengagement as if the hips were on the floor, and you won't overstretch. Start to even yourself out. After you've done each side, 3 plus, you can come into shoulder stand.
I have my blankets.
You can have your blankets. Mm-hmm. Shoulder stand for a minute. Keep arms pushing down, head pushing down. Just like in Setu Bandha Sharvangasana, chin lifts away from the chest, so we have space in the throat. Oh yeah, if you're a throat chakra player, you speak your truth. And you become a mirror for others, reflecting truth upon them. Brow chakra players are ones that are focused on building tapas, or self-denial, inner heat, self-deprivation, by staying connected, focused only on God or the highest.
When you're ready, back in the plow pose. Crown chakra players are all the sat gurus, the real gurus, not the fake gurus out there marketing books and on YouTube, the ones in the Himalaya caves. When you're ready, ear pressure pose, bend the knees if you're not there yet. And then slowly unroll for Matsuyasana, fish pose. Pushing down to the arms, arching up, head back. Optional lift of legs and arms, Uttanapad. And release. Supta Bhairava. Take hold of your right foot, right foot only. Push your right knee to the floor, Supta Bhairava. Supine, formidable Shiva pose, yep. And then bring your right leg behind your head. Bhairava represents the attitude of the aspirant seeking the highest. To connect with Shiv, or Shiv, the ocean of consciousness. And bend your right leg, or left leg, reach for the foot. Then push your head back. If you have your foot, you can work on pushing knee away. And then switch. I'll try. Trapping left foot. Yourself. And then we release, twist to the right, both knees across, left hand to the rib cage or out to the side. Twist to the left. Twist to the right again. Cross left leg over. Take it a little deeper. Hand out to the side. If the shoulder hovers, you can place hand on the rib cage or reach overhead and grab the top of your mat. And then switch. Last time. Twist to the left. Cross the right leg over. Remember, you can get into the mid back without tweaking your leg. Om Shavasana. What should do? It doesn't look so good. You should do it with legs to the side. Supta Bhairava. Is that okay? You need something for this?
Why don't you just extend your legs straight, and I'll give you a bolster. Hanuman and Skanda have similar energies, similar bhavas, attitudes, mojos. Hanuman unites Ram and Sita. Skanda unites Shiva, Parvati. Yourself relaxed, fully enjoying your state of unity. head on the arm bone. Resting there for a few breaths. And slowly twist up to a comfortable sitting meditation posture. One last Om in universal prayer for happiness and freedom for all beings. Deep breath in. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. From our hearts to yours, Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Mahayogini Sanashaktiye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Listen.
Jai Hanuman. That was good.